Hi, my name's Alfred Anything. This is a video made in conjunction with GradJobs, the creators of Grad's Corner, a graduate blog filled with content for graduates written by graduates. You can check them out online on the GradJobs website, which is filled with essential advice for graduates of all disciplines exploring the next chapter of their lives. So last month, Grad's Corner got in touch with me and asked me to write a blog for them. I decided I'd do a bit more for them and put together a video. So I'm just going to go through some of the questions a few graduates had for me. The first one is Darmino. He said, I graduated last year in international business. I have since applied for more than 100 jobs with little success. Can you give me any tips to help me get noticed? I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I guess you know my story. Last year I pretty much felt the same. I applied for as many jobs as I did and felt like I wasn't really getting noticed. I was getting job offers from here and there which weren't really what I felt, up to the standard of what I wanted basically. So I guess I'll explain on that a bit more. So I'd go to recruitment agencies, graduate recruitment agencies, and they were offering sales jobs, but they weren't necessarily high caliber sales jobs. Some were selling vending machines to gyms or coffee machines to offices, and I felt I didn't really go to university for 3 years and spend as much money as I did investing in my future to then go on and sell vending machines to gyms. It didn't seem like it didn't seem like a stepping stone that I needed to take basically. In terms of getting noticed, yeah, I did what I did. I can't really recommend that to everyone. You don't really want the stations filled up with graduates flocking commuters on their journey in the morning. So what I will say is, tailor. I know, like applying for jobs is like a full-time job in itself, but tailoring your CV to the niche market that you really want to get into. Even let's go a step before that. First of all, find magazines in the sector, in the industry, and know the smaller companies that are hiring. As what I'd advise first of all is applying for startup companies in the sector. Recently I had an event. I'm hosting a digital awards for young people in the digital sector, and the judges came in the other day and I met someone from PlayStation, and even someone at PlayStation recommends starting at a startup company. The things you can learn there are much better at our age and the stage in our career, rather than going straight to the top, because then from there there's no way but down. So you want to start, you know, good startup companies that are recognised in the industry, and tell them you want to work for them, why you want to work for them, and what benefits you can bring to that company, how you can become a valuable asset to that company. You've got to show a real passion for the industry, and then from there, once you know, say 10, 20 companies you want to work for, small companies that are hiring, give them a call, tell them that you're interested, you'd want to come down for an interview and show them what you're all about, show them your confidence, show them your willingness to learn, and how you believe that you are the best person for the job basically. And then if they still want you to send your CV through, send your CV, make sure there's no spelling mistakes, make sure it's loud, the most important stuff are at the top. Your CV should be structured, of course, name, address, contact details, and then achievements, any previous work experience, and then what comes after that, your grades, of course. Try and leave out any irrelevant stuff. What I'd like to see on CVs, especially in the personal profile or the hobby section at the bottom, is your passion for the industry. So tell me where your passion, for me, like where my passion for marketing came from is pretty much TV adverts really. Seeing how sponsorship works, understanding KPIs, understanding market research, all of that sort of stuff is what I'd fill my CV with. What really interests me in the sector. Not that I like to play football or I like to go gym. That stuff that can come in later down the line when you actually get the job, when you're looking for a gym buddy maybe, or the company has a five-a-side team. The next question is from Daniela. Congratulations on your success. Thank you, Daniela. I have a group interview coming up and I'm nervous as it will be my first and I really want the position I applied for. Any tips? To me, this kind of sounds like an assessment centre. I've been to those, I've really hated those. I I'm a confident guy, but I don't like shouting out. I don't like shouting over the top of others. I'm very respectful as well. So when I got to my first assessment centre, it was more relaxed. But then the second one I went to, it was more hyped, and it was like a jungle in my eyes. That's how I describe it. Everyone was shouting over each other, trying to show that they're the best, they're the best, they're the best. Yeah, that's all well and good, but it's not something I wanted to be a part of. It was sold to me wrong by the recruitment agency. I thought I was, straight away having direct interviews with employers, not battling against 70+ students. 60 of them get cut at 12 o'clock. The rest go on to have interviews, and then second and third stage interviews. It was all new to me. But what I would say is definitely dress smart, present yourself well, speak clearly, know who you are. They ask questions like, describe yourself, tell me what motivates you, those sorts of questions. So know what motivates you, know what you're after, be confident in your answers. Really prepare yourself. There should be some videos online of how assessment centres work. You can get some more tips off there. Look into the structure of the day, know what you need to prepare. From GradJobs, she's asking, how can you secure a graduate scheme with a 2-2? I answered a question like this pretty recently, actually. And even in this company I'm working at, we've got people with a 2-2, and I'd say that they're the most confident, hard-working and knowledgeable people in the business. She takes on one of the hardest roles in the company and is everywhere day to day. She stays late, she comes in early, so you're just as hardworking and just as knowledgeable as any other graduate in my eyes. So there's no reason why you can't secure a graduate scheme. It's just all about, again, believing in yourself and having that confidence when you're in front of the employer to tell them you're the best person for that role, no matter what happened at uni. Always be confident enough to take that next step in your career regardless of what's happened previously. Like in GCSE, let's even go back as far as primary school, I suffered from dyslexia. I couldn't really read too good, didn't do too good in whatever the exams were called back then. GCSEs, I stepped up and improved. I got an A* in English, then I got A* in sociology and PE, and every next step I take in my life I continue to progress. So don't let that 2-2 hold you back. The next question is from Rose. She's also got a 2-2 in chemistry, a merit in environmental engineering and an MBA, but I struggle to get a graduate job. Do you have any advice? I think there's someone in our organisation that would have a look at your CV. Actually, I think your CV would do pretty well in our organisation, so you can send your CV in to us. All depends on what you're looking for, really. But as I just said to Gurpreet, 2-2s, you can still get a job. I think right now there are a lot of jobs on the market. There are a lot of opportunities. Just about finding the right company fit is another thing. Just make sure you fit into that company culture. So I'm saying this throughout the entire interview. It's just about coming across as confident in that interview, showing you're the right person for the role. So just find the right places to apply that are hiring, so make sure you do give them a call and they haven't already filled the role, which is why a lot of people feel they're applying for jobs and getting nothing back. They may have already filled the role, and it is pretty time consuming to reply to everyone. I read something in the year 2000 and it said Odeon opened up a new cinema and it had 20 vacancies but 750 people applied, so obviously only 20 people can get a job, so it is pretty difficult to reply to those other 730 people that didn't get the job. So the role might have already been filled. Just make sure you give them a call and find out what's going on. And last question has come in from Vargas. I hope I said your name right. I have recently completed a master's in financial management and I'm looking to pursue a career in finance. I'm not sure whether a further qualification will help my job prospect, as I don't have any professional experience yet. What do you think? What I'll say about that is the majority of graduates don't have much experience, maybe a few internships here and there, but your degree doesn't really, I look at things like a degree is not really worth as much at the moment. Hopefully things improve and degrees just almost automatically mean that you're going to get a job after university, but there are some further steps. In accounting, advice I'd give to you is get your ACCA or CIMA. These will allow you to reach those senior positions, account directors, etc. So that would be my advice to you. Thanks to everyone that sent in their questions. Go check out Grad's Corner, Grad's Roots, and I'm Alfred Anything.